Let's chat. 22 things I've learned in my 22 years of life. So I graduated college about a year ago. I just turned 23 the other day. I bought my first car and I've been working at my first 9-to-5 ever for about 5 months now. We need to unpack a few things that I've learned and some things that I'm still learning along the way.
Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be.
For starters, I'm learning to be okay with people seeing me fail at things. And that's work, life, hobbies, everything. Like personally, modeling is one of my biggest, if not the biggest passion that I have. And with that, it's hard because I'm trying to be okay with people seeing me grow through the process of starting modeling, because it's something that it's so new and I want to share that with people instead of just keeping it to myself until I'm successful. Because at the end of the day, I always tell myself what other people think of me is none of my business. If I was supposed to know what they were thinking, then we'd be mind readers. So none of my business. And the more you do something, the better you get at it. So it's like, if you can get past that feeling like you're a newborn pony kind of feeling where you're all wobbly and stuff, like I think the more you do it, the better you get at it, so the more comfortable you'll be. And either way, newborn ponies are adorable in their little wobbly stages. So people really appreciate when you share, I think, your growth, and when you try. I think people appreciate seeing others try, because we're all trying, we just don't see it. We usually just see the end result. It's just encouraging seeing other people try. Second thing I'm learning is that a lot of people are happy to help you if you just ask them. Whether it's life advice or career help or just like re-racking the weights at the gym, I have realized people just love helping. If someone has experience, like when I was first looking for a job, all the adults in my life were like, who can I connect you with? Who can I send your resume to? All that stuff. Like, people with experience want to share it. It makes us feel important. I think as humans, we just want to feel seen and important to someone. So like asking someone for help in the gym to like put the bench up or something. I think like in my experience, I like to think that people are nice, and I've never, knock on wood, had a bad reaction to asking for someone to help me. I feel like once someone gets to a point in their life where you're going through something that they've already gone through, that they're just so appreciative when you ask them for help that they're just happy to share. So just asking people for help and asking for advice, I think is important, because people love to share. They love to feel needed and important, and it helps you at the end of the day too. I love to say at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what happens at the end of the day? A lot happens at the end of the day. A big lesson that I'm completely resisting right now, like I said, these are some that I've learned and that I'm still trying to learn. So this one is that it is fantastic to have your plan set out for your life, how you want all your puzzle pieces to fit together for your 5-step plan or your 5-year plan. But just know that along the way, you might have to make 2, 3, or 15 amendments to that plan, because life just doesn't work that way. For me, I always like to set a deadline when I get excited for things. Like when I just bought my new car, my goal was, I'm gonna buy this car by my birthday. My birthday was on a Tuesday. I was stuck between 2 cars that I could not pick between. And finally, I forced myself to make this huge decision in like a few days. I decided on a car, and I was like, okay, I'm like forcing my timeline on myself, and I finally picked a car. And the day that we show up at the dealership, there's literally a whole cyber attack on like 15,000 dealerships in North America. And so no deals could be made for like 4 days or something. And I couldn't buy my car until like 4 days after my deadline. And 4 days might not be a lot to you, but to me, it's like, I have these plans and I'll get completely wrapped up in them. And then when something doesn't go to plan, it's like I'm completely thrown by it. So that's definitely a lesson that I'm trying to get used to, is just that it's great to have your plan, but just know that your plan is gonna change. There's this quote that I really like. I have no clue who said it, but it goes, stay committed to your decisions, but flexible in your approach. So whatever the end goal is, you can stay committed to that, but just know that along the way, it's gonna be some twists and turns. I think this is number 3 maybe, but something that postgrad has taught me is that there are so many ways to get to the same destination. It's funny because I used to have this great receptionist job in college, and the building's maintenance man used to always pass by and bestow his wisdom upon anyone that would listen, and he would always try to tell me this, but it just did not sink in until recently. Because when I was graduating college, I was so set on, I'm gonna go straight into modeling and I'm just gonna grind no matter what. And it's like a straight path kind of, and I'm just gonna work hard. I don't know, that's just all I was thinking of. And I never pictured myself working a 9-to-5 at all, especially like the one that I have now that's very so it's crazy because what I'm doing now is I'm literally doing both. I'm modeling and I'm working my 9-to-5, and I just never would have pictured that, and that's, I guess, like a limitation that I put on myself. My modeling career is just starting, so who knows if later down the road they'll clash, but right now I am so lucky that I'm able to do both, and I was just resisting the whole idea of a 9-to-5 so hard, thinking that it was gonna completely throw me off my path, but there's like no such thing as a path. Like I'd never thought that I'd be able to have an opportunity like this. My 9-to-5, I thought it was gonna restrict me, when really it helps me build and put money away, and I still get to do YouTube and I still get to model, and who knows, you never know who can put you in the door for a different opportunity. So one job, someone that you make a connection with can put you in the door for another one. Like who knows if I cross paths with someone that could help me in my modeling career in my 9-to-5, or someone in my modeling career that can help me. What did I just say? Someone in my 9-to-5 that could connect me in the modeling world, or someone in the modeling world that could somehow correlate with my 9-to-5. I don't know, but I think that it's just, there are so many ways to still get to your goal that you just kind of have to go with the flow, go with your, I know going with your, I'm not great at listening to my gut. I just can't hear it. So that's something I'm working on, but that's not a lesson. But kind of transitioning from that, now I treat my life like a movie, and I say that so seriously. Like, when you watch a movie, I absolutely hate when the movie gets to like the climax part where the couple is like in a humongous fight, or I think I'm an empath or something, because those parts just like, they just get me so much. But anyways, when you're watching a movie, you know that even if it's at the worst part of the movie, that it's gonna get resolved, unless it's like a horror movie or something. But most of the time, you know that if the movie's at its worst part, like it's gonna get better at some point. And so either way, the character is gonna find their way, or the couple is gonna end up together, whatever. So no matter what I'm ever going through, I just always remember that whatever it is, it's gonna get figured out. And I'm always like, like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. Like, my character, what is she gonna go through? Who is she gonna meet? What experience is she gonna have? And at the end of the day, at the end of the movie, I mean, I don't mean to be like at the end of the movie like death, but like at the end of the movie, everything always works out. So I'm like, at the end of my movie, everything's gonna work out. And I love to say that if a movie were made about my life, it would be a rom-com, but honestly, there hasn't been much rom, it's all really calm. So maybe the rom comes later. But yeah, I just feel like I owe it to myself to like fearlessly 1000% pursue whatever it is that I want. And I feel like the more you keep an open mind, the more opportunities come to you. I think my car is just about to shut off. The more you keep an open mind, the easier it is for opportunity to find you. Even doing a video like this for me is out of my comfort zone, because I always think like, oh my gosh, I'm talking for like forever. Like, nobody wants to sit and hear me talk. It doesn't matter. So what if no one wants to hear me talk? You don't have to listen. And if you do want to listen, maybe I can offer some value. But We're definitely gonna have to do a part 2 of this because we have so much to talk about. But till then, thanks so much for listening. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be. Without stutter.